this thing. All right, guys. So I've noticed that my gear reviews have done pretty well for what few I've done of them. They've done pretty well on my channel. So I'm gonna do another gear review. I'm probably gonna do these from time to time. So this one was the biggest folding knife that I could find that seemed kind of legit. So let me show it to you guys. So this is the Luzon made by Cold Steel. God, the size of that thing. All right, guys, can anybody tell me what is the sense in this thing? Let me put my hand on the grip for some perspective here. Like, I'm a normal sized man. Look at the size of that. Okay, so let's go over a couple of the specs on this absurdly large folding knife here. So this is the Cold Steel Luzon. The weight of this knife is 9.3 ounces. The steel is 8CR13 MOV, whatever that is. I'm sure it's great. The blade length is 6 inches. This is a 6-inch blade. Good Lord. Overall length, 13.5 inches. Thickness, 3.5 millimeters. Wow. Handle is about 7.5 inches. Now, as we look at this folder, you can see that even though it is monumentally large, it actually does completely slip into your pocket. In the case in point. Yeah, doesn't even look weird. There it goes. It's in there. All right, some of the features that I like about it is that its grip texture actually feels pretty well in your hand. It's not overly aggressively textured. As I said, it's a nice medium ground. The belt clip on it is this big fat folding polymer one. Now, I like that. That's a feature I do like because it's not a thin strip of metal that is going to dig into your jeans and eventually create a wear mark on your jeans where, you know, it's obvious that you've got a knife because you got this big shiny piece of metal going down there. This is a little bit more subtle. And this I am sure is going to wear on your jeans a lot less than a standard belt clip is going to wear on your jeans. Now the knife blade, it deploys pretty quick with these little thumb flippers there. It also has these little knife nubs there. If I could see if I could do this one-handed. Now, it's obviously not nearly as easy to do. Could I do it quicker? Yeah, sure. I mean, you could, but why would you? These thumb flippers have much more leverage, and with the flick of your wrist, you could snap these things out really quick. Now, the knife itself has very positive lockup. You could see how that liner, it lines pretty much right dead center with it. It ain't going anywhere. I could push on this and it's not going to go anywhere. However, they thought of an extra safety feature to put on that. Here's a little safety switch there. When that's in place, I'm going to take a look here. It will prevent that liner from pushing away from the center axis of the blade. That's cool. That's a cool feature. Now, why would you have a knife like this? Most guys, all you need is this. It's a little pocket knife. This one's made by Old Timer. I mean, it's made in China, the same as the Luzon from Cold Steel. I mean, this is also made in China, but this is pretty much all the average person needs. It slips into your pocket, and it's, you know, it's just fine. I insert joke about you versus the man she says don't worry about. So if this is all you need, then what's the sense in having one like this? So here's the sense. Think of this as less a EDC pocket carry and more like this. This right here, this is a full-size K-bar. This has more in common with this than it does with this. But this doesn't have the capabilities of this. So this splits the difference. Now, this is a fighting knife. This is a go-to-war knife, and you feel confident that if you are in the worst case scenario and you've run out of bullets in a war, and I'm just thinking of the footage of the out of Ukraine last year of the Russian and Ukrainian soldiers going at it in a knife fight. This will increase your survivability. This is a go-to-war knife. This is a fighting knife. This is something you could defend yourself with. This is definitely not something you will want to defend yourself with. Does it have the utility of this thing? Well, not in that sense. But this thing certainly does. So this is not a fieldcraft knife. This isn't a general purpose knife. This is something that you are going to use to defend yourself with. And after doing a little bit of research on this knife, I found that the owner of Cold Steel designed this knife to mirror some Filipino martial arts. Apparently, they had a similar knife that is used in their traditional martial arts. So that would kind of check out. So this would be a fighting knife that's plenty concealable. You could put inside your pants pockets and use this to defend yourself in a covert manner, because this is not that. You are not hiding that on you. Anybody sees this on you, they're going to know you're looking for trouble. However, this can go right down your pants pocket and nobody will be the wiser. That's the value of a knife like this. If gunfighting is out of the question for one reason or another, you're an urbanite and you just don't have access to a lot of ways to defend yourself. You're an edgy teenager that wants to impress his friends. This would definitely be the knife for you. I could see how this knife would have a role in self-defense. I wouldn't have this as my only knife. This wouldn't be any kind of fieldcraft knife unless I had no other choice. But as a defensive tool, well, you could certainly reach out and touch somebody. And if you are going hand to hand with somebody and you have a knife like this, you have the advantage of more length. You know, just like in boxing, the length of your arm matters. You want to get that fist farther away from your face, and in this case, you want to get the blade and the cutting edge closer to your enemy and further from you. So I could see how a knife like this would have advantages in that way. So that's the Luzon from Cold Steel. It's a cool knife. I got lots of gear like this hanging around from my career. And yeah, I mean, I got this pretty darn cheap. I think I got this about $30 on Amazon, give or take. And this is a full-size one. This is, like I said, the 6-inch blade version. There is a shorter one. I just, go big or go home. So I got the biggest one that there was. So, yeah, I got a few of these pieces of equipment that I keep around. It's cool to show them off. That's what that is. Hope you like it. Like, share, and subscribe if you like my videos. Talk to you soon.